Story time about the girl who was absolutely obsessed with me in high school. So it was my junior year in high school, and I'm just going to tell you guys the first story of how I knew that she was absolutely obsessed with me and wanted to be me. Well, I had been dating this guy for like a month, and I sent him nudes. Well, my nudes got spread around the school, and everybody knew they were mine until this one girl, and we're going to call her Addie, started saying that they were hers. I guess one of my friends was talking about it in class and they were like, OMG, did you hear that her nudes got leaked? AKA mine. And Addie was sitting at the same table and she said, no, those are my nudes. And at first I thought this girl was just trying to be nice. I was like, oh, well, that's nice of her, you know. Like maybe she's just trying to say that so that way nobody will bully me, I guess. Well, the one day I texted her about it. And I was like, hey, like, you don't have to do that. It's fine. I'll take responsibility for it. I did it. And she was like, what are you talking about? Those are my nudes. Like for part 2.
This is why you should always take your lockdown drills seriously. In 2017, two 16-year-olds were in their school bathroom when the lights suddenly went out and their school went into lockdown. Feeling rebellious, they decide, you know what, let's go explore the school a little bit first, and then we'll go follow procedure. They step out of the bathroom and look down the hall towards their classroom, and they see this large figure standing in front of their classrooms. It's definitely not a student, it's not a teacher. He's got ragged clothes on, and he starts walking towards them. They dart right back into the bathroom to the corner stall where they hide, praying that that man didn't see them. The man bursts in and starts yanking open all the stalls, not wanting to see what happens when
Story time. My parents found out that I was dating a white boy. So a little background information. My parents are super strict. especially my dad. And on top of that, my dad thought that races should not mix. One of his sayings was, "You don't see a blue jay fucking a pigeon." AKA, white people and black people should not be together. Sounds fucking stupid. Yeah, I know. Anyways, like I was saying, it was my freshman year of high school and I had been dating this boy for 2 months. And of course he was white. And we had to keep it super low-key because if any of my friends found out about it, they would have fucking told my dad. Now when I look back at it, those weren't good friends at all. Anyways, every Friday, my boyfriend and I would go to the movies. And we would go to this theater that was 45 minutes away because nobody that I knew would be there. The only person that knew that I was dating a white boy was my sister. Well, the one day after the movies, I couldn't get a ride home, so I had to get a ride home with him and his family. And as soon as I pulled up, my parents were waiting outside, like for part 2.
I had a girlfriend in college who got pregnant at 19 and I was 20. I freaked out and wrongly blamed her for everything and said there was no way I wanted to be a dad. I signed over all my rights and I haven't seen her since. I'm now 30, but I had an accident a few years ago that has made it impossible for me to father any children. This was a hard blow to my wife, and our marriage has struggled as I'm not willing to adopt, but she wants children. So I contacted my ex about seeing them, and maybe my wife would be happy in a stepmom role. My ex said no, and when I protested, she basically told me tough luck. I said he was my kid, but she actually said he's not. I signed my rights away, so I have no children as far as the law is concerned. She says my kid has a real dad and a life, and I've never been a part of it and never will be. I was so angry and I started yelling about taking her to court for custody, and she laughed at me and said good luck. I was venting to my brother and he just laughed at me and said no judge would give me custody or regular visitation after a decade of no contact just because I suddenly found myself sterile and wanted to appease my wife. He also said I'm not treating him like an actual person, and did I even once stop to consider the fact that he wouldn't even know who I was? I shouldn't have threatened to go for custody, and I admit that. People are acting like I've done the worst thing.
Car tripping with your friend, you ain't even have a man lying on you. You know that, got a bag full of brick, you know that. Control don't slow the pace if I throw back all this eyes for real. Drama make you feel, fantasy with appeal is all I can give you. Can you kiss me more? We're so young, boy, we ain't got nothing to lose. Oh no, it's just principle.
Veni, veni. Alam mo ba kung paano nahulog sa'yo? Naramdaman lang bigla ng puso. Aking sinta, ikaw lang nagparamdam nito. Kaya sabihin mo sa akin.
I don't need a man, I need a puppy. Allergic to you every time you touch me. Emotional maturity for dummies. I don't have the time to pretend you're funny. I'm back and better. I put the teddy bear you gave me in a blender. I do a dick on all your sweatshirts. I hate you so much right now, yeah.
That was our place, I found it first. I made the jokes you tell to her when she's with you. Do you get deja vu when she's with you? Do you get deja vu, huh?
Darling, you.
Do you get deja vu?
I know you. Darling, you.